Alright, what's up guys? Here we are, Season 21 is here, War 1. We match up against New Nation. They finished 4th last season. I think it was like 10,000 points behind us or something ridiculous. So it was super close. They were disappointed that they didn't get a chance to match us in the last war of last season. They feel like they would have beaten us and earned that top spot, but they didn't get to match us, and we took care of business. So I know that they're pumped about this war. We're definitely excited. I'm just excited to have war back. So that's pretty sweet. But let's go ahead and scout out the path that I'm going to take. And they are running stubborn. I don't think that the global meta is going to change at all this season. I think we're going to see stubborn in 12 wars. But I'm going to be taking path 5. And they did not place Nick Fury here, which is kind of surprising. But I do think that people are starting to get wise to Magneto's effectiveness on that knockdown node and just against Nick Fury in general. They placed Nick Fury, where did they place him? Oh, they placed him up here. Pretty interesting placement, pretty good placement actually, I like that placement. But anyway, they placed a hit monkey here. It's very common placement on this knockdown path because when you knock him down, he activates Primal Rage and Assassin's Cunning. So basically, he can purify and evade after that. So he's just a pain. But I have Apocalypse, and Apocalypse reduces purify ability accuracy by 100%. So this guy is not going to be able to purify any of my knockdowns or anything. So it's going to be pretty cool. So I'm going to use Apocalypse there. I'm going to be bringing Archangel as my second attacker. And I'm going to be taking this Massacre with Archangel, also on knockdown node. And then I'm going to be on path 5 in section 2 also. And I've got this Rhino. I'm going to be using Archangel for this fight, most likely. I might use Apocalypse. I might use Magneto. I haven't decided. The ideal matchup there, I think, would be Nick Fury, but I don't have room on my team for Nick Fury. It's totally fine. And then I have this Wasp. She's a Metal Defender. Yeah, Magneto is the way to go with Metal Defender, so I'll use Magneto there. And then have not decided what we're going to do on Mini Island. We have several interesting matchups here. I will tell you that this Apocalypse up here on the top left, that's very good placement. We, in fact, placed our Apocalypse on that node. He counters Quake because he gains immunity to evade. He counters any mutants. He would start any fight against mutants on defense with 4 genetic charges, which means that he's fully stun immune, and also that he can stun you through your block with light attacks. So we're going to be using Guillotine 2099 here. She should be very, very safe. And because this Rage node has drastically boosted health because it's on Mini Island, it's got 500% boosted health as opposed to this Rage node down here, which only has 300% boosted health. Then stronger attackers like Guillotine 2099 won't have to worry about that rage cap, and she can just blast through that. So we're going to have 2 Gillies built up earlier in the map so that we have 2 options, same attacker, but 2 options on who we want to take this fight. I already know who I have assigned the fight to, but we will see. You never know what happens, obviously. Somebody might become unavailable or whatever. So anyway, so these should be my only 4 fights. Hitmonkey, Massacre, Rhino, and Wasp if everything goes well. So let's go ahead and join up, and I'm just going to walk to my first few fights here. Archangel, that's just going to make his neurotoxins considerably more potent. There we are. I will see you guys in the fights. Welcome to Season 21. Very excited. Against NewN. Should be a really good war. And we'll see how it goes. Alright, here we go. We've got Hitmonkey. We're taking in Apocalypse. And yeah, I mean, this is going to be a pretty standard fight here. I do want to knock him down just to get the protection off of him. You see that he activates Assassin's Cunning and Primal Rage. He can evade still, he just can't purify my debuffs. And then when he has Primal Rage active, his SP1 is unblockable. So I just need to make sure that I'm fully dexing his SP1. It is pretty easy to fully dex. You know, once you get it down once or twice. I just did a few duels just to get the rhythm again, and yeah, I mean, pretty easy stuff. So what you want to do with Apocalypse, this is not really an ideal situation to like showcase Apocalypse's rotation, but you want to get debuffs on the defender. And then you can refresh those debuffs with your heavy attack, and then you want to interrupt your own heavy attack with a special to get extra burst damage. Karate Mike has some great videos on Apocalypse on his channel. I'll put a link in the description below, but go check that out. And yeah, I mean, you know, Apocalypse is pretty sweet. He's not super complicated once you understand how to use him, but that's what I was doing in that fight. This fight is going to be very, very simple. It is a straight, regular Archangel fight, and because of the Apocalypse synergy, I am able to get him down even faster because I can stack more neurotoxins. So this fight, basically, my plan here was to hit into his block, get him cornered, so that I didn't have to worry about his unblockable medium charge. So once I get these 3 neurotoxins on him, it doesn't matter anyway. But at a couple points throughout this fight, the neurotoxins do fall off. So I just need to make sure that you see there, like the stubborn didn't even trigger because of my neurotoxins. But here I want to bait out the SP2 and then go back in. And I go full combo just because, again, I want to keep him up against the wall as much as I can. He does have a lot of armor naturally, so your hits are not going to do much. Archangel, I do think, was definitely the right option among my choices. And I think that he's a pretty good option in general. You just have to be careful for that unblockable. But at this point, I'm just baiting out his SP2. And then once I get him baited out here, then I'll try to, I'm going to bait him out again here, but I'll try to take some blocked hits to get the indestructible off. Here I'm just trying to build neurotoxins up. So all is going pretty well. I'm completely ignoring, obviously, I'm ignoring the intercept protection. You don't need to bother with that, especially against Rhino. I think that the only champs that are safe to even counter that in general would be Stealth Spider-Man, who's not a viable attacker in war, in my opinion, because of the health and Ghost. But all right, so here I was not worried about this fight in the slightest, but this proved to be a really, really tricky fight here, and I played it really poorly. So spoiler alert, I played this fight really poorly. But all right, so what I'm doing is I'm just building up my prowesses. I'm going to get 5 permanent prowesses. There I just missed a parry and I lose 50% of my health. The damage cap for Magneto really came into play there. My Magneto is only SIG 20, so the damage cap I believe is like 11,000 damage, and I've got about 30,000 damage. So it might be like 14, I don't really know, but it's still pretty high. I think at max SIG it's like 4,000 damage or something, which would be great for war. But so here, the protection has never come back because I just shut it off. And I'm really trying to bait out her special. This does have redoubled determination, so I'm like, the protection never came back, so I'm like, man, I need to get off an intercept, even though I don't, because the protection is not up, because Magneto shut it off with his ability accuracy reduction. Their stand your ground gets me. So this person placed with stand your ground, resisted my block break or my heavy attack, parried me, and then went into a combo. And yeah, I mean, the only reason I survived that is because I believe she didn't crit because of my ability accuracy reduction, and then obviously the damage cap came into play there. But I should have died in that fight. The only reason I was still alive is because Magneto's abilities saved me there, which is great. But I played the fight poorly, and then in combination with the stand your ground mastery that really got me, that's pretty clever and pretty unlucky on my part that stand your ground was able to get me there. But we lost this war. We got our asses kicked. But BG3 kicked their BG3's ass, and that's all that we in BG3 can control. We had a really good war. We did accidentally place two duplicate defenders, so we didn't have full diversity in BG3. But here are the cards. These are the new Season 21 card designs. TJ with the silver in BG3, Draymond with the platinum in BG3, and then our rookie from SSX, Rez, with the BG2 gold card. So that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like and a comment, and I'll see you in the next video.